Hey everybody, welcome to our video on the Ironman 70.3 Texas bike course. I'm Michelle LeBlanc. I'm founder and coach with OutRival Racing and QT2 Systems. We've been the official coach of this race the last three years. What I'm going to do here in the next about 20 minutes is just show you some video. Starting here, we've got the swim exits. I'm just going to kind of show you from the swim. You're going to walk on a carpeted path. There's going to be some wet strippers off to the left, and then you're going to head into transition area. This is transition area right here, and then back towards the back is where the exit is. Here's the bike course for Galveston or for Ironman Texas 70.3. It's pretty much out and back. We go through some neighborhoods, and then you turn around, you go over the San Luis Pass, turn back around, and then come back. So here we go. We're headed out of transition. And as we go here, we've got quite a bit of video. I'm also going to try and throw in some tips and pointers. The first, I don't know, I think it's about maybe 3 miles. You've got a lot of turns through neighborhoods. So this is the start, working your way through Moody Garden. Right here, just remember to safely get on your bike. If you're going to do a flying mount, try and safely get in your shoes. Take your time in this section. It gets very crowded. The biggest mistake that we see in half Ironman on the bike from a pacing perspective for sure is that the first 10 minutes and even up to the first hour is just taken out too hard. So here we are, we're going to turn right. You'll see that we're on kind of some side roads here for several miles. Just be cautious with passing people since it gets congested and you can go all over the place. Make sure you don't drop your water bottles here. You'll see we've got some bumps coming up as well. This section typically isn't windy because we've got so much protection. See there, you can see the road surface isn't as great as it is once we get out onto the main road. All right, some of the tips I'm going to give as we go through the video here, and this isn't the whole course, I just take video of just kind of some of the main sections. So you're about to see some video that takes us down 83rd Street and then right onto Stewart, and then we're going to shimmy around until we get onto the Seawall Boulevard. So here we are. We're making our way towards the Seawall Boulevard. If you come down here to train, I would definitely recommend this section right here. You can ride and preview, but if you're going to come down and really train on the course, I would definitely recommend that you go out past mile marker 10, and you'll see once we get out here on the Seawall Boulevard, past mile marker 10, the shoulder opens up quite a bit. Before that, there really isn't much shoulder, and it's quite dangerous. All right, so here we're just making several turns. Again, be careful, watch out for bumps, try not to ride right in the middle of that crack and risk crashing. And we turn right onto Seawall Boulevard, and here's where the winds for sure, if they're out that day, which usually they are, this is where you'll feel them. So I'm going to talk a lot, I'm just going to let this video play, I'm going to talk a lot about riding in wind. The winds on this course can be very variable. We've seen headwinds, crosswind, tailwinds, a combination. It switch throughout the bike the last 5 to 10 years on this course. So be prepared to know how to ride in headwinds, which is basically just staying tucked down, riding arrow, staying low, and then also in a tailwind, you want to make sure you use a nice big gear to keep the effort up. Keep the effort nice and steady. All right, I'm just kind of showing you the map again. And then we're going to basically take you through about mile marker, somewhere between 15 and 20. And then we're going to go over the San Luis Pass. I'm going to show you some video there. So this is around mile marker 10, I believe. See, we still have a small shoulder here. And I believe right after this stoplight, which is Pirates Beach off to the left, the shoulder starts to open up. So if you're coming down to train, it's a great place to kind of start. I'd recommend driving down to somewhere either Pirates Beach or at least past mile marker 10. So here you go. The shoulder opens up. It's much safer to ride. All right, this is as we get closer to San Luis Pass. and we go over the bridge. I don't get the whole video over the bridge because you actually have to pay a toll if the roads aren't closed. The roads are not closed for this race until the bridge, and then they actually do close them, and so you won't encounter any car traffic after you go up over the bridge. All right, so I talked about headwinds and tailwinds. For crosswinds, the best thing you can do, and right here you can see the crosswinds aren't nearly as bad because you have houses, the ocean's off to the left, you've got a nice insulation of houses there in between the ocean. So all along that Jamaica Beach section, you've got all kinds of residential areas that kind of block the winds. Once you get out past, maybe around mile marker 18 and then up over, here's the bridge, the crosswinds can be brutal because you're just so exposed to the coast. Make sure that you just relax. You want to relax through your core. You want to relax through your upper body. Since your upper body is, so here we go over the bridge and then we go somewhere and turn around. Now the video here is just taking us back over the bridge with now the ocean off to the right. So we did a U-turn. I didn't do the U-turn with the video, but now you're back on this bridge. You'll be on this bridge no more than a few minutes. It's not a steep bridge. It's just that it's so exposed both directions to wind, so it can be brutal. Again, relax. You're connected to your steering column, obviously, through your arms, so you want to relax. Allow the winds to blow you a little bit. If they want to move you around, then allow that. Don't freak out. The more you tense up, the more that you affect your steering column. Make sure in winds that you continue to hydrate and to eat what you need to eat. That's a big mistake that we see when people are so worried about crashing or getting pushed around by the winds. They forget to quit reaching for their bottle and drink or taking in a gel. So just make sure you do that. When you have a tailwind or when you have a little break, if somebody's passed you and you need to back off, that's a great opportunity to take in some fueling. All right, so here we are. We're coming to the end of the Seawall Boulevard, and we're going to turn left back into, headed back into Moody Gardens. Show you some of this. Make sure you focus on the things you can control. You can control your pacing, you can control your fueling, your hydration, your nutrition, and you can control your mental game. Don't worry about the things you can't control. You can't control the weather, you can't control the winds. Here we are, showing you just a little bit more of that as we head back into Moody Gardens. I threw this in here. This would be your run start. I figured this would be great as kind of an ending to the bike video. You're going to come out of transition basically where you went in from the swim, and then your run start is going to be right here. All right, I hope this video helped you get a feel for what the 2016 course looks like. I'm Michelle LeBlanc. Feel free to contact us off the website at OutRival Racing.